Yeah?
Sorry. Scooting myself to like. All right. Hello and welcome back to BU Inspirational Interviews. I have someone super cool with me today. I met her, and the fun fact about her is she's a professional, like pro skater. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? Oh my God. Like sponsored and everything, right? Like you were.
Yeah, so I'm sponsored, but I haven't gone like. So skateboarding's kind of funny. So like when, also like thank you for the lovely introduction. But skateboarding, like there's so many different ways to go pro, but like the common way that people associate pro in skateboarding is like when your name's on a board. And like I haven't done that yet, obviously, but that would be a really big dream one day. But yeah, I am sponsored. I do ride for a couple different companies. I am really grateful for the support. It's fun to compete here and there. I really enjoy like filming for like video parts instead of contest skating. It was never really my lane. But yeah, I like to skateboard. It's really fun.
That's so cool.
I'm very grateful.
But don't downplay the fact that you're, no matter what technicality it is, you're a pro. You're a professional skateboarder.
Maybe one day.
No, we don't downplay around here. Like, we are proud of our accomplishments. Like, that is the coolest thing ever. Like, imagine being so good at something that you are labeled professional. Like, anyway. So, Veronica, so how we do this podcast is we talk about something that was difficult in your life, in whatever that could be, just whatever came to mind. If you're comfortable talking about it, how you got through it, and some advice to someone who might be going through something similar in the current moment. She has a little kitty. He's not on screen yet. I hope that he comes
grab
up.
him real quick. Tux, come here.
But
This is Tuxie.
That's Tuxie. Oh my goodness. He's just the best boy. He said no.
He's a camera shy.
He said pay me.
Yeah, he's camera shy. He's funny. He'll come up. He's how I get through everything. He's great coping.
How old is he?
I've had him since I was in 2nd grade. So he's like 16.
No way.
Yeah, he's old.
He's
old and sassy.
Like it. He does not seem 16. I thought you were going to say like 4.
We gotta interview him. Like, what's your secret to staying young?
Yeah. Oh, I asked him a question earlier.
Yeah.
I was like, how does it feel to be so handsome? And he went, wah.
Right. He knows.
Look at him.
He runs his house. He's the man of the house.
He's so good. All my people know that I am the biggest animal lover ever. So if ever there's a cat, a dog, a bunny, whatever, I'm just like, and I can't. Like I just. But
he's a person. Like he has so much personality. I driven like sweaters for him.
Oh my God.
He sits in the car and like we go on the ride to the grocery store, and like he just likes to sit on my lap as I drive.
No
like
way.
He's so sweet. He loves people, but like if there's like another dog or a cat, he just like flips, and it's like not great. He's very like sassy solo. He's like, I'm the only cat in the world.
Yeah. Period.
Yeah, but he's a gentleman
Period,
to humans,
Tuxie.
you know. It's really cute.
But anywho,
Yeah.
back to you. But yeah, that's how we do it.
I'm trying to think on like what a good one to share. There's like so many. Like life is so hard, and there's so many different ones you can pick from.
Yeah. Well, whatever you feel called to speak to, because the podcast that I watch, like my like idols of like people, David Guillaume is one of them, and he always, when he's interviewing someone, or no, I'm sorry, when he's the guest on someone else's podcast, he'll be like, I don't know why I'm going to talk about this, but it just came to me, and then he'll just like go on about it, and that's usually because he's connecting to like the energy of the audience. So.
Yeah. Okay. Something that's kind of calling to me right now is like, I don't know how to explain it, but maybe I do know how to explain it, but well, self-doubt being one thing, like overcoming and pushing through self-doubt and imposter syndrome, but like
a big one.
Figuring out your path in a non-normative path, if that makes sense. Like
it does to me, but explain further.
So as a creative or in skateboarding, so like, and also, okay, where do I start? So let's say you want to do a thing and you're like, oh, this is my dream, but then you're like super shy and you're like, well, like, I don't deserve to chase this dream. Like, I don't deserve to be able to do this, or like, this is too like luxurious of an idea, or like, who says that I get to have this like great experience in life? Like, those like self-doubt, negative self-talk things that you're programmed with, and like also being another layer of it being programmed with like, oh no, like, you're a woman, like, how can you do something so dangerous, whether it's like skateboarding or design, and like all these different like leaps of faith you have to take of just like, wait, can we swear?
It will get
no?
flagged.
Okay,
So, and then
I will
it
not
won't.
swear. I'm so when you have to just F around and find out,
Yeah.
or be like, F it, like, you don't know what's on the other side of the fence, but just like you're running through the woods with the blindfold on, and you get there when you get there, and I don't know, you shoot for the moon, land on a star, but you can always like look back and be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have done that, or maybe there was like another way to do it, but you don't know until you try. So I don't know. I grew up like, I blocked out most of my childhood. I guess was not sunshine and roses, but like, I'm grateful for that. My mom always figured out a way to make sure like we had food to eat, clothes to wear, the lights were on. Like, she hustled, and I'm so grateful. And like, I definitely got a lot of my work ethic from her. My father had like really intense health issues like my whole childhood. So like, he was diagnosed type 2 diabetic when I was like really little, like kindergarten or whatever. He didn't take it seriously. By the time I was in like first or second grade, like, he was like having heart attacks and strokes, like super intensively, like very overweight and not willing to like take steps to like get into better health or like love himself so he could like be there for us longer. And now today, like, he's like in like a like assisted living facility. Like, he can't walk, like, he doesn't like remember most things, he can't say like full sentences anymore. It's like really like sad and like heartbreaking, but you know, like, you don't get to pick the basket or like what family you're born into, and like, you all do the best, but like, take your lesson of like, stay healthy, take care of yourself, so like you can take care of your loved ones, because like, starts with you first being good and happy and healthy within, and then you can take care of others. And like, self-care not in a selfish or egotistical way, but in a way of like, I'm there to serve the people I love or the communities I love. Like, if I want to make an impact, I gotta be solid first, kind of thing. And like, I didn't grow up with that mentality. I only like recently got that mentality through like college and stuff, and like reaching out and building a network through like skateboarding and design, and then reflecting on like my dad's deterioration and being like, oh, like, if he just would have taken care of himself, like, it'd be so different. Like, he totally could have like come to my college graduation, or like, he'd be still like walking and like talking and stuff, you know. So fast forward, half of me is like, oh, is this too vulnerable? Should we start over? And the other half of me is like, well, F it. Like, a lot of people already know this story, and like, maybe it can inspire like other younger people who are like self-conscious of like their background and like where they're going as their journey. And like, when you, especially getting into design or like something like more professional or whatever, it's like a very like strict idea of who we think is the designer, who we think is that professional in that field. And if you don't fit that box, you're like, oh, I'm never gonna make it, kind of thing. And it's like, no, like, you can, like, you will bring so much to the team, you will bring so much to the table. Like, you are your own personality and character, and like the skills are a given, like who you are is something beautiful on top of that. And if they don't appreciate it, then like, it's probably not the right place.
Yeah.
But easier to say than do, because like, everyone still has bills to pay at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I feel like we all find our communities. But okay, trying to loop back. So yeah, childhood wasn't great, pretty scary stuff going on. Made it through. Always like found art as my outlet. And then when I was like 16, 17, I started skateboarding because my mom stumbled into this other girl's mom, and this girl's mom was like, yeah, my daughter works at this nonprofit called Skate Like a Girl. And like, it was Kristen Ebling's mom, and Kristen Ebling is the executive director of Skate Like a Girl. And I started volunteering with their youth employment skateboarding program when I was in high school, because like, I needed like community service hours. And then that's why I started skateboarding. And it was so awesome. And I got to meet so many other, like, weird, awkward teenagers like me that were, like, learning how to skateboard. And, like, I never really had much friends in high school. Like, I never sat at the lunch table or anything. Like, I was, like, the weirdo in the back of the hallway or sitting in, like, the art classroom, you know? So I first found, like, community through skateboarding. And then as I was skateboarding outside of just the bubble of skate like a girl, like, I go to, like, public skate parks on my own. There's, like, the grumpy old men, like, taking my skateboard from me and telling me, like, get the F out, like, this is our lifestyle, like, you don't deserve it. But, like,
no way.
But, like, yeah, it was terrifying then. It was, like, a young, like, teen or whatever. But now I'm, like, dang, like, that put so much anger and fuel into me then, and, like, I was able to channel that into, like, no, like, F you, like, I'm gonna show you, like, I do deserve to be here, like, I am just gonna, like, skate harder and, like, learn and get better faster. And, like, of course it's, like, that really awkward phase of, like, the insecurities that come out when, like, you go to a public skate park and, like, you don't even know how to, like, confidently, like, push on your skateboard, or, like, you don't even have the basics down. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so overwhelmed, like, these people are ripping, like, whatever. And, like, it just takes time of, like, putting yourself out there and, like, dropping expectations of yourself and being like, okay, I'm gonna, like, learn something new. Like if you're, like, trying to write with your non-dominant hand, you know? Like, learning a new skill, but, like, also having this, like, pressure and expectation of, like, oh, this should be easy because, like, everyone else around me is making it look easy. And, like, no, it's not easy. And, like, that's why it's fun. Like, skateboarding is hard. And it's still hard. Like, I'm still getting my butt kicked all the time by different tricks I'm trying or, like, stuff. And, like, that's what part of the fun is the challenge, you know? Like, love the abuse. So
Oh my God.
you do it to yourself. Don't take that quote out of context. So yeah, I feel like skateboarding, I, like, finally first found myself and, like, stopped trying to, like, fit in this, like, cookie cutter box of, like, this is what a high schooler looks like in this area, and, like, this is, like, the products everyone wants to buy, the outfits we all want to wear, like, you know, and, like, how we're all gonna wear our hair. And it's like, whatever, like, I'm just gonna do me. And then combining it with, like, art was finally, like, okay, I'm, like, finding being in my own world. And, like, it was not very well accepted. Like, my parents didn't want me taking art classes. They didn't want me doing much. Like, I started skateboarding at 17 because, like, my dad was finally out for the last time and, like, didn't come back, which was a positive thing, although scary at the time. Like, but that's when I really started to bloom more. And then I got to move to California because, so when I was graduating high school, like, it was COVID and pandemic, so you didn't get to like, college tours or anything. You were just applying to schools online. And when I applied to California College of the Arts, I totally thought it was in SoCal because there's, like, other art schools down there. And I never got my acceptance letter. I applied to, like, over 10 schools in, like, East Coast, West Coast, International. Like, I was kind of just, like, throwing it out there because, like, the college counselor was like, hey, you're, like, low income, you're never going to get to afford college, like, I don't even know if you can afford community college, like, you're going to really need scholarships. And I was like, okay, word, like, what does it matter?
Yeah.
And I got a full ride of tuition, like, all waived, all 4 years, to California College of the Arts.
Wow.
And I got in for painting and drawings, like, fine arts. And, like, once we were finally in person, like, my first year was online, and then once we got to be in person, I switched to industrial design, and I minored in furniture design. But I had never seen industrial design before, and, like, knew what it was. And,
What
like,
is it?
It's, like, product design.
Oh.
So, like, whether it's, like, the lamps, this couch would be more furniture design, chairs.
So you learned how to design furniture?
Well, yeah, that was my minor, and now I have a studio shop where I'm doing custom furniture pieces out of recycled skateboards. And I did SF Design Week earlier this year, which I was not expecting. Like, that chair, that cabinet, and this, like, other bench was, like, the collection I got to show. So those are all skateboards that I, like, pressed together.
Oh
and then, like,
my
cut.
God, that's so cool.
So it's really fun. I think it's therapeutic. I love doing hands-on, but it's really cool now because, like, it started, like, when people want to buy your art, you're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm not just, like, this weirdo wasting my time anymore. Like, people are relating to it, or they like it, or like they want this in their homes, and like that kind of like hits different on like, please stop doubting yourself and like hating everything you do, and like just accept that people are into it, and like don't overthink it anymore. So like it definitely, I'm very grateful for my friends who have like helped me like not destroy my work, or like helped me like finish a project. Like, you know, like you'll get like 95% of the way there and you're like, oh, I don't know, and just like try and like shove it away, or like hide it, or like give up, and they're like, no dude, like let's finish this. So like, yeah, I guess reaching out to friends really helps, and like it's scary to tell people like, yo, like I need help, whether it's like, hey, like I can't get out of bed today, I'm really sad, or if it's like, hey, like someone come help me move this or haul this furniture out of my room, or like someone help me go move my stuff into my studio, or can someone help me with my homework, or like how do I write this email? Like just even asking those stupid questions and like creating a community to like lean on really helps. But it's like scary to be like telling someone I can't do something, you know?
Yeah.
Because like you try to be so self-sufficient and like independent, and like you don't need anyone, but it's like, no, like we all need help. Like, and you're not like any less capable, or like you're not like bad. Like life is hard, and like there's a lot going on, and God forbid you ask a friend for help. Like, you know, when like you always want to be the friend to help everyone, but you don't want to be the friend to ever ask. It's like when you want to be a giver, but you don't want to be a taker. But like it does balance out, and like being able to know in your friendships, like it's non-transactional, it's like just all love, is like a really good thing. But like finding or building and investing in those quality friendships takes time, you know? And like it's not going to be every day you run into a person like that. Like it's like very tiny handfuls of like really close loved ones that like you've been able to connect with, and I'm very grateful for it. Definitely would not be here today without a community. But yeah, I don't know how to make it all make sense in this podcast of what I'm trying to share with people of like overcoming hardship. But I think I was trying to talk about like leading this like creative path, but also like skateboarding. Okay, so yeah, there's like no money in skateboarding, and there's like no money in art, right? They're like starving artist, and like skateboarding is like there's just not a lot of money, you know. Like you also, I don't do it for money. Like I just do it because like it feels good and I love it, and I get to like turn my brain off from the world and like just like roll around on a plank of wood with some wheels and feel something for once.
Yeah.
So yeah, like there are two things that like don't really be like, here's how to like pay your bills, and if you want to spend all your time doing things that like don't want to or aren't easy to pay your bills, and like you either have to have like a lot of energy to like add a third thing in that does pay your bills, and then do your things on top of that, so like you have no time to like eat or like socialize or like rest really, and you have to like hustle and grind, or you have to figure out how to, I hate using the word monetize, but you do have to kind of figure out how to like monetize or like make income in something related to what you enjoy.
Yeah.
And like that can be really hard too, because like the pressure of like monetizing a hobby or a passion can like make it a completely different lens.
Yes. It does take the fun and the love out of it. I started to do that with dance, and I haven't danced in years. And I used to dance for fun and for the love of it, and I absolutely love dance, but I know.
Tuxie loves dance.
But when I started, he said, I know. But when I started to build my brand around it, so BU wasn't always inspirational interviews. It was my workout classes and my own dance classes. And I had my own brand and twist to them, where I would do like this whole speech that just came from the heart. Like I would go in unprepared, but I'll like kind of tune into my class and I'll kind of like feel what they need to hear. And it was always like kind of that overcoming either imposter syndrome, or like I'm not good enough, or like, oh, I'm too shy, or I'm embarrassed, like I'm not a dancer, or like all those things. That I would just like do this whole speech like off the cuff, like it would just come out and be like, okay, whatever you're feeling, what all these things that you have, like physically take them out. What do they look like? Throw them the hell out the door. don't come back inside this store until they're gone. I don't want any of that in my studio. And they're like, okay, you know. And then our across the floor drills, I'd have them walk proud. If their chin like went down, do it again, do it again. And they're like, yes, he's gonna go do it again.
Yep.
But yeah, so when I started to like make that my source of income, my passion for it deteriorated, and I was like, I have to do it now. Not that I'm going to do it today. I feel like I'm inspired. I'm going to do this choreography to this song. It was like, I teach on this day.
It's like,
I have to hurry up and finish. Yeah, I have to create choreo by this time, this day. Like, that it started to feel like a chore. So I 100% like agree with, if you're going to make your passion your work, like, I feel like,
it's tough.
That's like the wrong like stepping stone. Like, I feel like, have like your job, your regular job or whatever, but do your passion on the side still for fun. And then eventually it'll like,
when the opportunities arise.
Yes, exactly.
It naturally flows, but you can't like rely on it.
Make the jump, and because that'll take the love and passion out of it immediately. So I think that gradual growth is important.
Totally.
But yeah.
But that reminds me of another saying. So I recently did a fashion show for the Oakland Roots, and I'm not a fashion person. I don't really do soft goods. I don't sew much. But everyone there was a fashion major, and I came from like industrial design and footwear. And I kept going up to this like one mentor in the program at the time, and I was like, like I don't know, like I kept self-doubting myself and being like, I'm scared to like mess up the fabric, or I'm scared to make cuts. And he's like, take all this self-doubt and throw it out the door. Like literally is what you said.
Yeah.
And then like we developed this running joke of like, oh, my homie self-doubt, haven't seen her, don't know her, we don't like when she comes around. Like, so thinking of like, just get rid of that self-doubt and like making it more like playful and fun, and instead of like, oh, if I'm confident everyone's gonna think I'm a jerk, or like, oh, if I'm confident and like I fail, like that's so embarrassing. And like, well, yeah, it's embarrassing, but like fail faster, you know. And like, if you don't fail, like, are you trying? And like that's why I love skateboarding, because like I fail so much and I fall so much, and then it finally clicks. But like it's a very like immediate feedback learning experience, and you can get so technical with it, or you can just like flow depending on like what you're doing. But like it's 100% up to you, and like no one can do it for you. Like you can't cheat, you can't fake it, you can't like outsource some of the work. Like you have to do the trick. Like you have to put the line together. And there's just nothing like that in life outside of that, like, you know. And like nothing else can really like challenge you and let you just do you however you want, with like no expectation and no external like pressures or external validation. Like it's 100% like for you, by you, on your terms, of like whatever you want.
In your crafts? Oh, skateboarding.
Well, I feel like skateboarding is, for me at least.
I feel like I live my life that way now.
Yeah. It's hard to get that authentic and like that real with yourself, of like, how do I make my lifestyle what I want? And then like actually take the steps to build the lifestyle and build the routine that you want, instead of just sitting there all sad. It's so much easier to be like, oh, I'm really sad and bummed, I didn't do anything I liked today, instead of like, oh wait, I'm actually gonna go do that thing I want to do. Like that's scary.
Yeah.
It's hard at first.
It is. But I think if you take out the... So, okay, wait, now I'm trying to find my thought. I know I'm doing what you were doing earlier. But it is totally 100%. And this is going to sound off topic, but like I'm going to go back to like when we were talking about like those parts of ourselves that are self-doubting, or like don't do that, or like all of those things in our minds. So those versions of ourself were developed from childhood to protect us from, you don't want to feel that again. We don't want to go there, because what if this happens? We're gonna stay safe here.
Like whether you're not like pleasing a parent, or you're not like the image of what a child should be that you were told, or like you're gonna get in trouble if you express yourself, or whether it's at school or with your parents. Like so many different ways of them being like,
program us to
be seen and not heard.
Yeah, and hold back a lot.
Yeah,
whether it's in school, parent, whatever it is, like And then we grow up, and then those little parts of us are still, that program is still running in the backgrounds, which is why self-doubt comes, or, you know, you feel insecure about something, or like, oh, I'm not good enough for that. Like, that's just because
You
those
hold yourself back
little,
your whole life.
So my favorite, like, person on the planet ever right now is Ariana Grande. I love her so much. And I was watching an interview of her, and she said that she still feels, sometimes she'll feel doubtful and insecure, and she remembers that there's a part of her that's trying to protect her. So she's like, she doesn't demonize it. She's like, oh, thank you for trying to protect me, old me, but can you take 15? Can you go get me a coffee? Can you go away for a minute?
Right.
Like, you know, and I love you, but no, thank you.
It's like a gentle relationship with that version of yourself without making it a negative or being hard on yourself. Because that's still
part of you, right? And it's something that, like, is trying to protect you. So if you demonize it, like,
right,
you know, like, you're still being mean to yourself.
You're still beating yourself up.
Yeah.
And you're still holding yourself back in that way.
I just realized that part of it, because I was like, oh, old me is dead. She's gone. Like, we don't talk about her.
It's always there.
But like, I think talking that way about old me is still a wound, right? Like, that's still something that's like, wait a minute, still like shadow work. Like, nope, work through that. Like, why are you talking about your old self like that?
Yeah.
Like, so now I give my old self so much love and, like, kindness. And when those little programs come back, because they always, like you said, like, they always will, they'll sneak their way back in, and you can be like, oh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
See yourself to your seat in the back. Thank you. Like, I think if you just treat yourself with so much kindness, when those things pop up, like, it makes all the difference, instead of being like, why am I still, I did all the work. Like, why am I still doing this? And like,
it's like, once you think the work's done, then like another box opens.
Yes.
Another box. It's like the Russian dolls.
Yes.
You know?
Oh my god.
But it's like, you don't get to control when the doll opens. Like, sometimes it just like opens and you're like, oh, whoa, wasn't ready for that today.
Yep.
Like,
yes, 100%.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, trauma's tough, but it can also, you can channel it to be like a superpower sometimes, I feel like.
100%.
And like, I'm definitely still dealing with that. So recently, so back in April, someone was like snowboarding, and they like gapped a feature like just like so wrong, missed the landing, and like landed on my back and like cut me open 12 inches. And I was like completely degloved. I was in Utah. I was like out there for like a fun event with friends, and it just like all turned south so quickly. So like that happened. I'm like bleeding out. We're calling ski patrol, and I'm like, I can't see it. I don't know how bad it is. It's literally on my back. All I feel is like hot wetness, and I'm like, oh, it's probably fine. Like, whatever, I'll just get some stitches and I'll be back boarding the next day. No, like, I was in the hospital for like over a week. Like, my mom had to fly in. Like, it was a lot. I had like a really complicated like surgery and everything. Like, it was a lot. And then like I couldn't even like get up to go pee and stuff, you know? Like, it was like that bad. Like, for like the whole week, like my mom had to like help me out of the hospital bed, and like even just like go pee, like would just like hurt so much to even like roll on my side. Like,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the worst injuries I've had. But
yeah, you were split open.
Yeah, but like I'm still grateful that like I can walk, and like, because like when I went in, like the ambulance dudes and then like everyone like, well, when I went in for surgery, they were like, hey, like, do you have a will? I was like, what? And they're like, sign this, and I'm like,
how
I was like, sorry. I was like, sorry, mom. I like wrote like, mom, please make will. Like, it's like so rude to be like, oh, like if I was dead, like mom, just deal with this. Like, sorry, mom, but like I don't know, like I didn't know what to do. I was like very confused. I was all the way in Utah.
My first question would be like, why are you asking me that? Am I gonna die?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, is this that bad that I might die? I was like, didn't think that. Like, all I thought at the time was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to walk again.
Oh my god.
I don't know what's gonna happen physically. I didn't know it was so bad that like life was on the line. But also like reminds you like life is like really fragile, and like you can't take it for granted. But it's like so easy to take it for granted, because you're like, oh, well, like today was a bad day, maybe I'll just try tomorrow. It's like, no, like push yourself to do like one thing that like makes you be like, I did the most I could this day, or like if this was my last day, like this is like something happy that I would have been happy about doing, you know? And like it sucks that like that perspective comes from something so tough, but it does like truly help push myself to be the best version of myself that I can be that day. Like I'm not trying to be a good person. I don't think like it sounds terrible, but like of course we're all trying to be good people, but like that means so many different things in so many different ways. Like we all believe so many different things about like
Right.
what a good person is. And it's like, okay, maybe like I didn't appreciate someone cutting me off, and maybe in the car I say a swear word or something.
Yeah.
Like that's what a good person does, which is like stupid example, but like we get the point. It's like
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be the best version of myself I can be that day. Doesn't mean I have to necessarily be a good person textbook, because that can also be like restricting of like what it means for you. I don't know.
Well, no, that I get it, because I think you have to stick to whatever you think a good person is to you. Not we don't care about what anybody else
like whether
thinks.
it's like quitting a job or like leaving a relationship. Like you have to do what's best for you. And it gets hard when like you just want to please everybody, but like you do have to put your needs first.
100%.
So yeah,
Yes.
the back injury happened, and then everything was kind of just upside down, and it's been almost 6 months, I want to say, maybe 6 months. Wait, April, January, March, April, May. It goes April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. It's been 7 months. Okay,
Oh my
wow.
God.
It's been 7 months. I've been in physical therapy ever since, and things are getting better, but the pain is still there. But there's like a lot of different kinds of pain. So there's like the pain of like I'll be just like driving, and like all of a sudden like the sensation of like the hot wetness comes back, and like the whole thing of getting hit replays in my mind like very vividly. So like the PTSD or whatever you want to call it
that's
is still there.
crazy.
And like I won't know when it's gonna hit. It'll just like hit. So like I have to like pull over and like be like, okay, like we're here now. Like my body is not there. Like my mind is like glitching. Like
Oh my God.
so that like I was really mad at first, because I was like, oh, like why is my brain doing this, or like why can't I just move on? Like why, like mad at myself. But it's like, no, like your body and mind are still healing through it, you know, and like can't beat yourself up for that.
That is such an interesting
Yeah.
the way you explained it about PTSD, like I've always known what PTSD is. Like I thought in my made up version of it was like you just remembering. I didn't know that you're actually physically, mentally, emotionally, everything is happening again in real time. That's crazy.
And I never learned about the different kinds of pain until this, because like I'd have some pain that is like physical pain, and then I'd have some pain that is like your mind is having a moment, and then you have the sensation of the pain. And there's so many different kinds. And then like I started learning about all the different kinds of pain because the physical therapists were like, yo, like you need to read about this, and like it'll help you understand your body better and what's going on. So yeah, like learning about different things I didn't expect to learn about, and like how it's becoming in my toolkit for life, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm definitely working through that still. And then like the physical pain is definitely still there. Like it's all lower back. So like I have this like foam not tennis ball, golf ball. Yeah, the tiny golf ball. Yeah. I have this like foam golf ball I put behind my back when I'm in pain, when I'm sitting, like whether I'm driving or I'm sitting in a chair, and like it'll help like release pressure points and stuff. And then like definitely like being really dedicated about like stretching every day, and like doing my physical therapy, and like doing different like things other than skateboarding to like take care of my body and be active, and like help those different muscle groups that have been impacted, because it wasn't just the lower back. Like I ended up having like a bit of a tear in the shoulder, and then like my knees have been messed up, and then the lower back muscles that it cut through, like those wrap around to like the front, and then like to the hip flexors, but then like the IT band is like super tight, and like so it's kind of just like a whole body reset, like and like it wasn't, but not like a reset, but like my body got rocked, and I have to like work with it and not only get back to normal, like get better than normal, so like I can be able to do what I love, but also like be very mobile when I'm old, right? Because, like, in the back of my mind, it's like, don't end up like your dad, don't go down the same route, like, don't get there. It's, like, so sad, especially, like, painful for your loved ones, you know, like, how selfish would that be of me one day? And then also, like, hey, like, you now is, like, so young, like, you're 24, like, and you're having a lot of, like, I'm falling trying to go up and down stairs, like, or, like, it hurts to get out of bed, or, like, I have to sleep with, like, a heat warmer under my back sometimes when I'm, like, trying to fall asleep, or, like, I have to pull over because I'm in so much fucking pain. I mean, effing pain. So there's, like, the pain now and, like, what I'm working through, but then, like, thinking of future me, and, like, I never really thought of, like, old me or future me. Like, when I was younger, I was like, am I even gonna live that long? Like, I don't really know, man. Like, the world's ending. Like, so yeah, I guess, like, when you almost die, you know, you want to, like, reinvent yourself and be like, okay, like, I'm still alive. Like, how do I make life worth living? And, like, what am I gonna do for this world? And, like, what am I gonna make of myself? And, like, you kind of, like, reinvent yourself and, like, find new versions of yourself and new chapters of yourself. And, like, maybe you don't have to have, like, a near-death experience. Like, maybe you can just be, like, inspired or something. But, like, I think it's pretty inspiring when you're, like, almost die and you're, like, still here, you know? You're like, okay, like, I don't know why I'm on this planet. Like, nobody knows why we're here. But, like, let's make the most of it. And since then, like, I finally pulled the trigger and got my own, like, studio space to do my woodworking more seriously, and I'm doing client pieces. I finally quit nannying, which, like, I loved nannying. Like, it's the best thing in the world. It's so sweet. But, like, I got a new job that's, like, actually in industrial design, and, like, I just never got one before because, like, the job market's really tough, and, like, I never believed in myself. I was like, oh, like, I don't fit the box of, like, industrial designer. Like, yeah, I have all the skills. I went to school. I got the degree, but, like, I'm just never going to be good enough. And, like, I finally did a good interview and, like, got a job. So I'm like, sweet, like, let's just do it and, like, see where it goes. And, like, of course I'm, like, terrified. Like, what if I'm, like, no longer me and, like, I'm not going to be, like, skating as much? Or, like, what if I end up this corporate person? I'm like, my friends are like, that's never going to happen because you're already worried about it. Like, you're already aware. So
Yeah.
because it's kind of like that thing of, like, when you're like, am I a narcissist? Am I super selfish? Am I being mean? It's like, a narcissist or a mean person wouldn't be worried about that.
No, yeah.
Like, you're good, dude. Like, and, like, reminding yourself that. But yeah, like, I don't know. Life is crazy, man. And, like, you don't know what's going to happen, like, later today or tomorrow or down the line. You don't know where you're going to end up. And, like, we're all just figuring it out. And, like, progress isn't a straight line or anything. But, like, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. But sometimes that lemonade, like, oh, you got a purple lemonade, you got a blue lemonade, you got a green lemonade, like, wild, but, like, you got lemonade regardless, you know? Like, so maybe it's not the lemonade that you're, like, told all about, or, like, you dreamed about having, or, like, the lemonade you saw someone else have, but, like, your lemonade's still your lemonade, and, like, your lemonade's not any less of lemonade than somebody else's lemonade. Now I'm thinking of the song Lemonade by Beyonce.
There's this artist that I listen to. He's from Minnesota. Or not, yeah, his name's Slug, but he's part of a group. They're called Atmosphere. And he has a whole album that says, when life gives you lemons, you paint that shit gold. And I'm just like, what?
You got gold lemonade? But yeah,
just reminded
like,
me of that.
I don't know, this whole inquiry, like, not to make a mountain out of a molehill, because, like, art, I don't know if that's the right expression, but, like, I don't want to make it my identity or anything, but, like, it definitely changed things, and I'm trying to keep going and, like, not let it stop me, but also, like, I do have to deal with, like, the day-to-day reality of how it has physically and, like, mentally changed me, and, like, how I'm gonna work with that, and, like, instead of my old way of being, like, oh, I'm just gonna power through everything, like, F self-care, like, that's so bougie, or, like, self-care is for, like, fancy people, like, I don't need it. It's like, no, dude, like, everybody needs that, and, like, you gotta be good within to, like, be good outwards towards everyone and help others. It has, like, helped me, like, re-establish, like, who am I, like, what am I doing, and kind of, like, reinvent myself from there, and, like, finally start taking steps of, like, this is the life I want, like, unapologetically.
Yes.
And, like, finding your mentors, finding your community, finding your network, and, like, knowing like the people I love and people who love me like, aren't gonna judge me for like doing what's best for me and like chasing my dreams.
Yeah.
Which is scary because like, what if people don't like me because I want to make furniture? Or like, what if people don't like me because I'm still skateboarding and I'm not like young anymore? Like I'm 24 and I still am like, hey, I'm at the skate park. Like, I don't know. I feel like people my age are like, I like go on Facebook and like people I grew up with are like married and having kids, and I'm like, ew, that's not for
Girl,
me.
yeah, no.
Like, I don't ever want to do that.
24 is insanely young, Veronica, please.
Right, I know, it
please.
creeps me out. It creeps me out. And like, I just got like invited to my first wedding the other day. I'm like, cool, I have a cat. Like, I don't know, like, and it's like, I don't know, like not walking the path of life that like your parents wanted you to have, or
Yeah.
like not walking like a traditional life, and like knowing like, okay, like my lemonade's still a good glass of lemonade, damn it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry to like everyone that like I'm not the image that they wanted me to be, but like I still
I'm
need.
not sorry to anyone that I'm not the image you wanted me to be.
That's how I should be. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
Not sorry, actually.
But like, yeah, when that, and then it's cool when like you can look back on like something you used to do a lot, or like someone you once were, like you see a photo of yourself with like people you used to hang out with, and you're like, oh, that's cute, or like, oh, what the hell, like why was I with those people? Like when you can finally reflect and be aware
those moments where I'm like, oh my.
Yeah.
Listen to that picture away.
But it's like getting to the point of like reflecting and like being aware.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, when you're just like doing something and you're just like so unaware, and like life's just going around that roller coaster, and like you're making all these choices and they're adding up, and then you're like, F, like how did I get here?
F.
I'm trying so hard not to swear. Or you're like, how did I get here? Like this is not what I want to be doing with my life, or like I'm not happy. And like you can like sit in it and be stuck for like a long time, you know, because like you're scared, whether it's like you're scared to like break up with that person, you're scared to find a new place to live, or like you're scared to change your major, or you're scared to like take that leap of faith and like not know where you're gonna get, and taking that leap and just being like, I don't know. It's the same feeling of like jumping off a high diving board and like holding your breath into like deep water and like climbing back up to the surface.
Yeah.
And then it's like, maybe like when you're jumping in the water, it's like this hellhole nastiness, and like you come back out of the water and it's like this tropical island around you. Like,
Yeah, I like that. I love that.
Crazy analogies. Yeah. I know it doesn't probably make sense.
I love analogies. I love like these. Yeah.
And I still feel like
and stuff.
I don't know what I'm doing, and I always feel like I'm never gonna know what I'm doing. Which is like terrifying, but like the best feeling of like you're just figuring it out, because like what else? Because like it's like you could do that. You could like try, and like fail, and like try again, and like you're in this new avenue with like the new people. You're like working on new things, and like you're always constantly in motion. Like really fun to like always be doing something new, something more, and like but also reminding yourself that your self-worth doesn't rely on your productivity.
No,
because like productivity culture is like another thing.
It's toxic.
Well, I didn't realize it was the thing. I just thought like, oh, I get so rewarded for like doing so much, and like I didn't know. I'm like, oh, that's like another like toxic way of being a people pleaser of like, oh, or is no one's gonna love me if I'm not doing something, or no one's not gonna love me if I'm not doing something new, or like something pushing myself, you know, like that's another like toxic like loophole you fall into as like a creative. Or like in skateboarding, like if I'm not putting out new clips, like oh, there's so much on like Instagram, or like there's so many video parts coming out, or like my friends are doing this, my friends are doing that, and it's like you can't compare yourself, and like everyone's skating for their own reason, like it means something else to them, like purely for them, and like there's no need to compare. And like you're still you, and like your people still love you, and you still love your people, and you're all producing things at different rates. You're all doing as much as you want at your own pace. And like reminding yourself like the mean stuff you say to yourself you would never say to your friends, so like be nicer to yourself. And then like as a creative, like separate from the skateboarding side, like I get really demanding of myself, well, in skateboarding and in my design, I get really demanding of myself to make it like clean as I can, high quality as I can. Like I'll do the trick over and over and over and over again until it has like the style I want. It's on the biggest ramp I can do it on, like as fast as I can go. But then as a creative, I'm like, did I sand this to the highest grit? Like, did I cut everything perfectly? Like, I don't want to see any like mistakes or errors, or like I want my parts to like fit seamlessly. Like it just needs to be like perfect, because like I don't know. And this like quote when I was like little, like some adult like yelled at me and like was like, if you need to take pride in your work, like if your name's on your work, it better be the best. And like I still carry that with me today of like,
Oh my God.
I'm gonna take pride in my work. I'm gonna make the best the best. And like of course like could come off bad, but like I still find it really inspiring
Yeah.
of like I'm gonna do my best because I'm doing it. Like I'm not gonna half ASS it, or like I'm not gonna like take a bunch of shortcuts and just like get it done to get it done. It's like if my reputation and my name is on it, like it needs to look good, which now is really paying off. Is like I'm making more industry connections and I am navigating like the beginning of my career. And then people are like, oh yeah, like she does good stuff, like I'll refer her, which I'm like starting to be like, oh my God, like no way, someone like trusts me to do something that like costs money, like terrifying but cool. So yeah, and then it's like weird, like I'll get so mad at myself of like, oh, like I'm a creator, or like, oh, I'm like, I have like a real, I keep calling it like my big girl job, like my first big girl job, because,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm like, oh, I have a big girl job, like, am I still a skater? Like, can I still be both? And it's like, well, yeah, like I look at like Alexis Sablone, like literally like degree for architecture at MIT, but like also like Olympic skateboarder, like a Kristen Ebling, like holding it down like in like a internationally touring band with her husband, and then also running a nonprofit, and then also skateboarding, and then like there's so many amazing like women skaters and like non-women skaters, like whatever, doing so many things outside of skateboarding, but they're still 100% a skateboarder to me, and like someone like I look up to and I'm always inspired by, and reminding myself it's like, well, like they inspire me, like I can still be multiple things, like I can still have intersectionalities, and like doesn't make me any less of a skateboarder. But then like anything I do when I'm not skateboarding, I'm like, is this taking away from skateboarding?
Yeah.
Like no, like it's a balance, and like it's totally okay. And like I've had to really be kind to myself about that since the accident, because I haven't been able to skateboard as much as I want to anymore. And like whether it's like I can't skate for like an hour straight, like I can like skate a little bit and then like I have to rest and like stretch, and then like I can try a little bit more, and like still, but like before the accident, I'd be like, I'm going on a skate trip. I'm going to like skate for multiple days and like not take care of my body at all. And now I'm like, all right, like we're stretching, we're doing PT, like
Yeah.
hot
Taking
shower
care of
to
your
stretch
body.
everything out. Like, so, and then I'm kind of like grateful in a way of like actually getting a college degree, because like a lot of my friends don't have one, and like it's starting to like, we're getting older and stuff, and like as people like have different kinds of jobs and stuff, like it's starting to be like, oh, you have a degree, like these doorways will open. Like I'm not saying you need to have a college degree to like have a doorway open. Like there's many ways around it, and like honestly, like networking is like meeting someone face to face is always gonna beat any kind of online application or whatever. But like whatever way you can learn the skills, and like school's not for everyone. Like I went to art school, I didn't go to traditional college, so like I'm really not one to be like, you have to go to college. But yeah, like I was so embarrassed and like mad, and like yeah, I was like embarrassed, and I felt a lot of imposter syndrome for going to college, because like I don't know, I felt privileged for getting to go to higher education when like a lot of people around me didn't have that opportunity. But like I also didn't really have that opportunity either. I like got really lucky, and like I would not have been able to afford tuition at like a state school or anything local, like if I didn't get that lucky chance, like I wouldn't have been able to do it, you know? And like even while I was in college, I was still working on top of going to school full time, and it was a lot. Or like there were like semesters where like I'd be couch surfing, and like I didn't even have my own bed or anything. Or like I remember my senior year, I had a hammock under my desk, and because like I had this like crappy car that like some student like gave to me for free, and then it like I remember being on the Golden Gate Bridge and the transmission blew on the bridge.
Oh no!
Which looking back is hilarious. Like you're like Golden Gate Bridge, and like the lights are really pretty, and my car just like.
You're like, oh.
I remember like the state troopers were coming up to me like, "Are you a drunk driver?" And I'm
Oh
like, "No,
my
I'm
God.
running for AAA, dude."
Are you a drunk driver? Get out of here.
So yeah, like no matter what life throws at you, like just take it as a pivot, not as like a stop. And like whether you have like a really crappy day and like everything's just like not going your way, and like I've had a couple of those days recently where I'm like, okay, I had all these goals I wanted to get done and like none of them really got done. I'm like, I feel like I just wasted this whole day and like I can't get my time back. And it's like, well, what are 3 things you're grateful for? And like that's an exercise of gratitude I do whenever I start feeling really down or like nothing's going my way and like it's just the end of the world or whatever negative thing you want to say, like that just like resets it all.
Yeah.
What definitely. Are 3 things you're grateful for today?
For me, my pets, for one, I absolutely love. They're like my little family. It's just me and my dog and my 2 cats, and I'm so grateful for them. I'm grateful for their personalities. Especially, I have to remind myself of this because one of them likes to get up at 4 a.m. and go like this to my face, telling me he's hungry, and I'm like,
so like feed me.
Like I'm so grateful because one day I won't feel that.
Right.
You know, so I have to be like, okay. And I was like, I love you. Okay, good morning. Like to him, because before I used to get so mad. I'm like, I have to get up early. Why would you get me up 2 hours earlier than that? You know, you can go that route, or you can be like, you know what? One day I won't have this every morning, and I'd be so sad. So I'm grateful for my pets. I have 2 13-year-old boys, kitties, and a 12-year-old dog, Kaida, and I absolutely love them. So that's 1. 2 is my family. They're so supportive in anything and everything I do. I've taken so many different, like, I want to do this. Nope, I want to do this. Nope, I want to do this. I want to do this. And I'm still doing that. Yeah. I literally just changed jobs again.
Which and is like amazing.
And just not only in my, thank you, and not only in my, but my creatives as well. Like BU was essentially like going to be my fitness brand. And then I was going to make it my dance brand. And then, so then finally the common thing is the name, but now it's a podcast, you know, and who knows?
It's a good podcast.
Thank you.
I've actually listened to so many episodes, and I'm very honored to be on it.
Yay! Well, thank you. I'm honored to have you. But yeah, like who knows? Maybe it's gonna be something else later. I don't know, but
it'll be a baking company.
A what?
A baking company.
Oh no, I'm terrible at those things.
Cupcakes.
Maybe if someone else is baking them, not me.
BUDK.
But yeah, maybe you never know. But yeah, so like my family is super, super supportive. And then for my health, I'm just really, really lucky to not have any health problems. There are many people that I like have asthma or I don't know, someone really?
Yeah.
Oh man. We're going to a workout class together later. Like what? Anyway, I have questions.
My lemonade might be a different color than your lemonade.
There you go.
Lemonade. You gotta work with what you got.
Yes. But yeah, like other things too. Like I have friends and family members that have like a lot of my family has diabetes as well.
Sometimes I call it diabooties to lighten it up. Just be like, oh, diabooties to like lighten up the mood when it gets really intense.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that to my grandparents.
Grandma, how's your diabooties today?
Yeah. She's gonna be like, what?
She'll be like, what? I mean, diabetes.
You're like, no, you don't. But yeah, for my health and the way that I feel like I've taken care of myself throughout the years, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot that I'm grateful for. But yeah, those are my top 3 that went on. You know.
Don't you feel like more relaxed after being like, oh, there's like thinking of 3 things that you're like really happy about?
Yeah,
than you were like 2 seconds
it makes
ago.
me like excited. I get like, oh, I'm so like very, very blessed.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So nice.
I just want to squeeze him. He's so cute.
Yeah, he's pretty sweet. He's a good kitty. I took him to the vet the other day, and he has this little collar on that says like Thrasher, and the vet was like, "Oh, he's a little skater cat," and she put her hands up like this. She went, and I was like, "Right on, man. Take good care of the cat, please."
What about you? What are you grateful for?
Grateful for Tuxie.
5.
Oh, 5 things? Ooh. I'm grateful for Tuxie. I am grateful for all my friends who helped me change my job because it was like scary and I wanted to do it for months, and it's like nerve-wracking and terrifying to be like, I'm changing up my way that I pay my bills and like have my baseline of security for myself, like terrifying.
Right.
Especially when like you haven't always had like stable stuff or like places to be, and Nick, you finally have something nice and you're like, I don't want to touch anything, I'm scared to change it, you know, and just like being like, no, like my loved ones are going to support me, I'm going to figure it out, like no one's going to let me go through those like insecurities I've gone through in the past, you know. So yeah, I'm grateful for Tuxie. I'm grateful for like support and encourage to change up the job. I'm grateful for the current projects I'm working on and people like trusting me to do things, because it's also scary. I'm grateful. I made a really good meal the other day with my friends, and I'm really grateful for friendship soup. So in fall, my friends and I do this thing called friendship soup. We all just bring vegetables and we make soup.
Oh, I love
as
that.
Friends, and it's very like heartwarming. And I'm grateful that my truck is running. I've got 277K on this Tacoma, and I beat it into the ground, and it is so strong, and I am so grateful to have a great, reliable vehicle that is pretty affordable to do the labor on your own and like not have, I mean, like my buddies and I will do the labor, but like I don't go to mechanics, you know, they're so expensive.
You have so many freaking skills that I'm just,
well, like people, yeah, it's kind of funny because people are like, how do you have all these skills? I'm like, dude, I grew up poor. Like, and people are like shocked. They're like, how could you say such a thing? And I'm like, yeah, dude, like if we didn't make it, like we didn't have it. Like, you know, like even Goodwill's too expensive now. Like from like how I grew up. Like,
well, yeah, it's totally different. It's like thrifting is like a trend now. So
yeah,
now
and I'm like, what? Like we were thrifting. Like that was like balling out thrifting. Like we used to get like, you know, those like coupon cards from like the community service group that would like give your family like you know, like people have like EBT and stuff, but then there's like the local groups that would like give families like a Safeway gift card or something for the month, like depending on their like low income needs. Like there's like smaller like community organizations that would do that, and like I grew up with like a lot of those assistances, because like my mom is like an immigrant and like I'm first gen American. Like we learned English together and stuff, so like that was like really weird. Yeah, when I first went to public school, like I was in ELL, like learning English with like other kids.
What is your first language?
French. But like I don't speak it that much, you know? So anyway, like growing up, needing a lot of, or I don't know, like we still grew up in a great area and like nobody knew what we were going through, but like people fall through different hard times for all sorts of reasons, and like community resources and supports are great because everyone needs help, you know?
Yeah.
And like the safest community is not the one with the most like security and the most like guards, but like the safest community is the one with the most resources, because that's when like people will share and like take care of each other, and like no one needs to steal if there's abundance.
Right.
No one needs to steal if everyone has their needs taken care of and like has community together. Like you don't steal from people that you care about or love or like have common ground with. So yeah, that's what I think is like communities definitely need to come together more than ever to like help each other out.
Agree.
And like come together through our differences. But yeah, thrifting was like a, what do you call it? Like it was like a luxury back then. So like, because we used to get gift cards to like get groceries, or like gift cards from the school to like go to like a certain place to like get your clothes, or like they would be like a nonprofit that just like had clothes, and like your mom would like pick them out for you and come home with like your new school clothes or whatever. And you were like, you knew that like other kids had it different, but like you wouldn't be ungrateful or like talk back or be like saying anything of like, oh, this isn't clean enough, because like you're just lucky you had something.
Yeah.
You know, and like taking that, and like then like I saw like all the kids who like were totally like taken care of growing up, like, you know, their parents like bought them everything, and like they never had to worry or like work hard or hustle. Like now, like they can't provide for themselves on their own most of the time, you know, unless their parents are still paying for their lifestyle. But then like if your parents are paying for your lifestyle, don't your parents kind of still own you and like have a say on like who you are and like what lifestyle you live, and like 100%. You're controlled by that. But like if you have nothing, you have nothing to lose, and like the sky is the limit on like who you can define yourself to be and like what you can build your life into, because like there's nothing to lose. Like you're already down there, and like
Only
you just gotta like
gain.
build up and figure out what you want to do. And I think it's cool that way. And like, I don't know, it's, yeah, growing up, like, just grateful to like make ends meet. Like I've never been a very like it's funny, like I'm not a materialistic person, but I make objects, which is kind of hilarious. Like I don't want to like buy luxury things, or I don't.
But you make luxury things.
Yeah, I guess I make things, and like people can call them luxury if they want.
Oh, they're
but,
100% luxury. That thing is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
It's a thing. You can, it's a chair. You can sit on it, like whatever. Like.
It's not just a chair. I'm gonna take a picture of it and put it in the podcast and be like, she called this contraption a chair.
But yeah, and like, yeah, being like not a materialistic person, but like making materials, or like making objects that have to be like satisfying or like pleasing to look at, is kind of a funny contradiction, I think.
Yeah.
But like my process is always about the philosophy of it, or like what purpose it's serving, not from like a materialistic lens, or like not from like a consumeristic lens. Which is like another reason why I was like nervous to really get a job in industrial design for a while, because I was like, I don't know if I fit that mold of like the demands and all that, and consumerism and all those interesting things. But yeah, I think having an understanding of like what it takes to have the things you have, and like the hustle it takes to create the lifestyle you can want, instead of it just being given to you, gives you a very different like attitude and perspective, and like level of being like self-capable and like self-sufficient and independent, and like a much different like drive, because you're like, like if you don't do it, Tuxie. Yeah, bud. Tuxie. If you don't do it, you don't make it happen, like you're just not gonna have it.
Right.
And like knowing that from a very young age, like I'm like, there is no time to relax, or like there is no time to like give it to someone else to figure out and just expect it to be done. And like, of course, as I've gotten older, I've like figured out like time to have like balance and like be more like relaxed about it and stuff. But it's like, you get it done, it's done. You don't get it done, it's not done. And like, whether it's like for fun stuff or like for all the serious stuff, like I think it's a very important lesson that like can't really be taught. It just has to be like experienced, Right. And like we all learn it in our own ways. And I'm not gonna say like if you grew up wealthy or you grew up kindly, like you don't know how to hustle. Like I'm not saying that. Like everyone from every different background can totally like know how to hustle and like learn their way. But like when you know what it's like to not have something, like you ever heard a crackhead say he can't find crack? Like period,
Yeah.
Like
yeah, that's true. That is true.
So, I don't know.
But yeah, it's
yeah. Inspirational quote is, you never heard a crackhead say you can't find crack. Oh
yeah.
my God.
I mean, if there's a will, there's a way, right?
Yeah, if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom always had this saying growing up. She'd be like, we never give up, we never give in, we're the Dodds family. And like, it was really cute, because like when times were like really hard, she would just like say it in the car, and we'd like all say it with her.
Oh, I love it.
Right? Yeah.
Where's your mom now?
She's still in Washington. My family's
okay.
all still up there. And then my extended family's all still back in Montreal. Tuxie. This is why I don't buy furniture. I got this for free.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
and it's
cool.
like the nice one that like pulls out into like a bed. And
Oh.
there's like blankets stored in it. But like
Wow.
someone's neighbor had it on the street, and it was like covered in dog hair, really gross. And like I threw it in the back of my truck, and then I rented like a carpet cleaner at the grocery store, and like went at it for like 4 days cleaning it out. And it is so nice now.
It is.
Yeah.
Shoot.
You're
lucky find.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
You have to have like an eye for it. I don't know.
Well, you are in the furniture business, so you would know a good piece when you found one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, so what are some things that you? Sorry, my back.
I get it.
I know you get it.
Take your
time. What are some things that you yourself can do I'm not speaking on advice for anyone in the audience. I'm trying to like guide you a certain direction. What are some daily things that you can do to take more pride in who you are? Because you kind of downplay a lot of really, really like cool things about yourself that other people would dream of. Like,
well, I'm still dreaming of being that person one day. Like, I still don't call myself a skateboarder or an artist or a designer.
but why?
Because, like, I'm not who I want to be yet. And, like, if I'm who I want to be, then I'm just going to stay there and, like, stop growing, right? And it's
Not
like...
necessarily. You can appreciate, because that's life. Like, we always grow, because when I get to who I want, because I'm not where I want to be either, and I never will be, because when I hit that point, I'm going to want to be better.
Right.
And when I hit that point, I'm going to want to be this.
Right, it's
and
like
then
never ending,
so,
right?
Yeah.
Which
so when
it's
you're
beautiful,
in your...
but, like, also, like, how do you... Because, like, I don't want to get complacent, you know?
But you won't, because that's not who you are. You know what I mean? Like, you totally should, like, take so much more pride in who you've molded yourself into, given what you've been through. Like,
I don't know. How?
like, because I think you have an idea in your mind of, like, I just noticed that those are all, did you? You did not.
My housemate's an aviation ecologist, so fancy way of being like, she works with birds, and one of her friends is a really good bird illustrator, and she
Okay,
bought
I was
all of
going to say,
those.
you did not
I didn't do those.
do those.
I did the
scream.
shelves, I did the furniture, I
Wow,
did those
okay.
artworks in the hallway.
Really?
Yeah, I even have a couple pieces with the little girl I nanny. When she was like 2, we'd like finger paint together, and we have like some like collaborative pieces there. It's really sweet.
But anywho, I got distracted. Sorry, that's my ADD.
There is another painting I am working on that's gonna go in the space, so that'll be fun. I
So-
sewed all the curtains too,
Jesus Christ.
and then I did maxing set. I don't have money.
Christ.
You know what? It's
What?
cheaper to make it on your own than buy things nowadays.
See?
And there's
you
so much
deflected.
waste in
You
the
deflected
world.
from how talented. Again. You're like, well, it's because of this. Oh, it's because of that. Like, let's take those things and like, who cares? That's irrelevant.
It's more sustainable.
That's irrelevant. Who cares? Who cares about that part? The fact of the matter is, you have these amazing skills. No matter how or why you obtain them.
Thank you.
You have like this, just so cool. And like, yeah, you should not downplay these things. Like,
Thank you.
You should say like, yeah, and they're only gonna get better. Just wait till my next level.
Oh my god.
Like, you know, like that's how you should like. I mean, not like, it's not rude. It's not like. It's totally like.
I think it's like conditioning.
Fact.
I'm still breaking through. Like, I'm still breaking through those mental walls of like how I'm supposed to behave or like how humble you're supposed to be.
But says who?
Right. Yeah, I don't even know who. Just like the stupid things in my mind. They're like, you have to be this way, you know? All that like social conditioning and programming. Like, we grew up being like, this is the box you have to fit in and this is the way you have to behave. And like breaking through that.
Yeah,
and,
but
like,
it's like your light is
when,
like trying to like shine in the world, and the world needs more light. The world needs more like good things. And the more you like, nope, we're gonna box that in, then the world doesn't get to be
true.
The world doesn't get to.
And like, there's a big part of me that's like, well, who cares? Like, I don't matter. Like, everyone's super special. We're all doing things. Like, I'm not any different than anyone else. But then there's another side of me that's like, you do need to share your work, and like, people do need to know about what you're doing, because it creates more representation and diversity for other little girls that also have similar dreams. And then that, like, when someone told me that, I was like, oh, it clicks. Because like, I never would have dreamed of doing any of the things I do, which are a lot of like male dominated things. Like, I go to my wood shop, it's like me and like mainly like 65-year-old dudes, right? Like, and like these big power tools. And like the little girl I nanny, she's like 3 now. I babysat her from 3 months old to 3.5, and like I still babysit from time to time. I just don't have the capacity to do it as often as I did, like 30-40 hours a week. Love the whole family dearly, but I would bring her into the wood shop multiple times. Like, she'd be walking through these like lathes and bandsaws and like all these big machines, and she's in her little Elsa tutu dress, and I'm just like, we're chilling, we're like walking down, giggling, skipping, all around this like big machinery, and then like we get over to my station, and like I would like recycled skateboard scraps, so they're like little, they're like the size of like children's blocks. So I'm like, I give her like a pile of wood. I'm like, here, you can play these little scraps, like pick out some, take home for you and your brother. And she's like, woo! But it's like her parents love it because like she gets to be in all these different spaces she wouldn't be otherwise.
Right.
Like when I had that fashion show, like she was coming with me to the sewing studio and like learning to sew with me, or like I would roll out a massive ream of paper and she'd just like color and go crazy and do art around all these big artists.
Aww.
And like just like being in those spaces of like you don't get to do that every day, you know? And like realizing like that's not normal, and like not from a privileged standpoint, but of like a standpoint of like you're grinding so hard, like your head is so down because you're so focused on what you want to accomplish and like putting all this pressure on yourself, and then like you take your head up and like you look around you and you're like, oh, like other people don't do this stuff. Like yes, there are lots of people that do it, and like it is very competitive and we're all trying really hard, but like Timmy and Billy Bob at the grocery store are not also doing these things. Like they're doing Timmy and Billy Bob things, you know? And like, yeah, like I guess like it's hard for me. Like I don't want to be prideful. I don't want to put my chest out or be confident because I don't want to come off as like cocky because I feel like I have so much to learn. But then like, because maybe I just don't understand the words. Maybe I have a negative connotation of them because like I was growing up, I was told like kids have to be like quiet, like women should be like quiet, and like all these like really backwards, like super traditional things I was raised on, which I'm like learning like is like so not what it is today anymore, you know? Like all these like weird pressures and like ways to control us.
So
like
to unprogram yourself.
Yeah, deprogram and like rip those like blinders off and like just unapologetically be you and like figure it out. Oh, I guess that is your thing. Yeah, break through those, and like it's not for me because it's not about me. Like what I do isn't, I don't want it for myself. Like I don't want to be selfish. Like I just want to give, and like I do want to share, and like I do want people to know about what I work on because I want to help the next younger girl, or like I want to help, or older girl, or like the next girl, or like the next person who like can connect with this and relate to this stuff that I'm doing, and like tell them like, hey, like you can do it too. Like if I can do it, you can do it, and like I will like help you learn how to do it. I will empower you. Like I will not gatekeep. Like I don't think that I'm the best. I want to help other people do even better, and like just like the overall like quality and like diversity and like scope of who's doing it can keep getting better and better and better, you know, and like we can all just progress and uplift one another. And like because that's how I learned, like the lovely people who like took me under the wing and like took me out to skateboard and like taught me how to do that trick or like filmed my trick, like those people who put that investment into me, I wouldn't be where I am without them. So then I want to invest into other people, and then as I keep growing, like people like higher up that I'm climbing up towards those levels are going to keep empowering me, and then I can give back more, and then it's just this beautiful cycle of like everyone growing.
Yeah.
You know, and like one person's success does not take away from another person's success.
Right.
And like it sounds easy to say, but
it's
like
inspiring.
It's so hard sometimes to like put your ego down and put down your competitiveness and be happy for someone else when they get a position or like they land a trick that like you really want, right? Because like you're like, oh well, I really wanted that, and it's like, well, there's not just one seat at the table,
right?
Like you gotta put like at least like 4 chairs at the table, right? Like you gotta fill that table up, so like we all gotta be the best versions of ourselves and like know that like it doesn't take away, because like especially when you're doing things that are male dominated, like a lot of the time there's like this like one token girl or like the one girl on the team, whether it's in skating or design or whatever, and like when there's good money in the industry, like we all have like a girl on the team, and then like when money drops, like they cut the girl and then they can cut the rest of the team, right? That's how it used to be for a long time, and then now it's finally not like that anymore. But like still like reminding yourself that like we are all sisters together, like as like corny as it might sound, but like we're all in this together, and like someone else's success really does not take away from yours. And like yeah, you can be inspired by somebody, but like put down that jealousy, put down that ego, put down that division that you're creating in your head, and like just approach it with love. And like I can totally have that gut feeling when like I show up somewhere and like someone's like totally being competitive towards me or like taking it all out on me, and like I just try to kill it with kindness because like I don't want the bad vibe for myself, you know? I'm just not that kind of person. And like sure, I'll stay in my own lane, I'll give them space, but at the same time it's like my arms are wide open, and like whenever you're ready to like be homies or like be friends or like drop the attitude. Like, I'm still here for you and I'm not going to judge you. And like, I know we're all navigating things in our own way, and like, no judgment on like everyone's emotional immaturity being at different levels. Like, I'm not perfect. I have really immature days. Like, I come home and I cry because like no reason other than like it was cloudy and rainy today and like bummed me out.
That's not immature.
Right? Like,
No,
everyone's just like
that's human.
doing them and their own times, and like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like judge people for like having a struggling moment.
Right.
But also like giving yourself grace of like, okay, maybe like you cut that piece of wood at the wrong angle and now you have to like mill the whole piece over again, or like you make it a choice and it sets back a project deadline or like something, and like not beating yourself up over it, but just taking it as like a pivot instead of the end all be all.
It's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah, dude, and that's hard. That's like hard to be like, it's okay for myself to make a mistake sometimes.
Yeah, I feel that. What's your astrological sign?
My what?
What sign are you? When is your birthday?
June 25th.
You're a Cancer?
Yeah, I'm a
Okay.
Cancer. Okay.
Cancers have a lot of emotions.
Hello.
Lot of emotions. A lot.
Definitely.
But that's not about, you know that Ariana Grande is a Cancer too, so.
Woot woot. Go team. But yeah, it's hard, like, and then like you're told to be like non-emotional or like be stoic, you know, and like, because you're always told like, oh, women are so emotional, and then like you're doing all these like male-dominated things, and it's like, no, like the dudes are super emotional, like
You know what, men are super emotional. I think.
they're sensitive.
Okay, I won't go there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I.
Like, I know one dude, like, if you walk in the room and you don't say hi and ask him how his day's going, he takes it super personally, and then he'll, like, tell everyone in the room, like, are they mad at me? And it's like, no, dude, like, everyone's just busy, bro.
It's not always about you. God.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you should take time. So when I used to have personal training clients, before I would take them on as a client, I would have them write 10 things that they loved about themselves. And they're like, 10? I was like, well, you told me all these things that you want to change, which is great. We all love, you're going to better yourself in this way. You'll be healthier. You'll feel better, blah, 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 whatever. That's great. But I also want to redirect your mind to, what do you love about yourself? Because I want you to work out with me in that vibrational energy versus like, I'm so fat. I'm blah, blah, blah. I don't have energy. I don't blah, 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 blah. So nothing's going to change. Mind and body need to work together, right?
Totally.
Where was I going with that?
Like, creating, like, a positive, like, vibrational energy of, like, progress and, like, an uplifting, upward mindset to make these changes into growing into who you want to become, instead of being like, oh, I'm doing this chore to restrict myself and, like, further hate the parts of myself that I hate.
Yeah.
Like,
and also appreciating who you are in this moment. Like,
Yeah.
you were not this person 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Like, there has been progression there. So we need to give ourselves our own little flowers in, like, each step of the way.
Water your garden.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at someone else's garden.
Yeah. In comparison, that's a whole nother, that's something that I had dealt with as a child. My mom would always say, because I grew up with a stepdad, and he was the best stepdad. R.I.P. I love you. But he was great, but I couldn't get over the fact that he was my stepdad, and my two sisters, I felt like they were a family, and I was the only
daughters.
Yeah.
Oh, so you felt like the black sheep.
Yeah, but I'm the oldest, and then
Right.
my two daughters, my two daughters. Please,
Wait,
Jesus, no.
Being the first born
I'm the
and
firstborn.
the daughter, you're basically like a mom from like very young on, taking care of your younger siblings.
Kind of.
Like, you become much more responsible a lot faster than like your younger siblings, right? In some ways.
Yes and no. So the age gap is crazy. So
Okay.
there's I'm 10 years older than the middle, and I'm 16 years older than the baby.
Whoa.
The middle child, however, she has like flipped it, and she's the most responsible and like has it together the most versus me and the baby, which is crazy, right? Like, you would think it'd be me. But I think I just had so much like, what are you doing? He's like, I'll be here for this conversation.
Tuxie's like, someone said a baby, that's me.
He's a baby. What was I got
You're talking about your
distracted.
siblings and like,
Oh,
how,
my
like,
mindset. My mindset. Okay, so like, I could not get past the fact that like, I was the oddball out. I was not part of
Right.
the family in my mind because I'm comparing myself to all like the kids in school. Like they have mom, dad,
Right.
and then like I had mom, stepdad,
It's
and
like
half sisters.
nuclear family dynamic.
Yeah, but I programmed myself into believing it's supposed to be like this, which is false. It's not supposed to be like
But like
anything.
that programming's everywhere all around us. Like there's just advertising ingrained into our brains.
Yeah, but that's in
And if you
everything.
don't have that, then you feel like you're missing this piece.
I did, and I like until I want to say like in my when I how old was I when I finally like stopped that belief system. I was already how old? I was already out of my 20s. So I was just like it took a really 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 long time to like unprogram that, and I as soon as I like understood that that's like not how it's supposed to be, it like says who says me because I compared myself to all these other kids and people, and when I finally was like, well, my stepdad was the best dad that these people with their biological dads are not experiencing. So I'm like downplaying it because of the fact that, oh, we don't share blood. Like, what? Like, you know how we program ourselves into like these ideas and then we live that way and it's just insane. I'm going off on a tangent.
No,
but
it's
anyway,
fair though. Like my mom's adopted, and then my grandpa on my dad's side was adopted, or actually he grew up as an orphan and then got adopted. So like both sides of my family were like adopted at like some point in my lineage.
Yeah.
And then like my mom always tells me like you mean so much to me because you're my firstborn blood living relative that I've ever met. And she didn't meet her biological parents until she was in her 40s.
Wow.
Yeah. So like no pressure, right? Like yeah, my parents like compared my brother and I a lot, and we ended up very different people. But there's always pressure on me to be like the perfect student, do this, do the sports we want you to do, and everything. And like, I didn't get to like pick my own clothes ever. Like, I wasn't allowed to wear black as a kid or anything because my dad was so controlling. And like, now I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I pay my own bills, and then like, I just can be the digestible version of myself that I want to share with people. But it's like, I'm still gonna unapologetically like keep figuring out who I am and chasing those goals that I have for myself.
Yeah.
Because it's my life.
Yeah.
As like hard and scary as that is to do sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's the most fun and authentic way.
I think just
yeah.
the unprogramming of
It's so
the
hard.
early
We're
years.
so heavily programmed.
Yeah. But it's just it's called shadow work, right? Like we have to just go through the darkness, go through the shadows and work through them, and every time something comes up, acknowledge it and be like, "Oh, I'm experiencing these emotions, but I know where they come from." So that's one part of it, which is like great, because then sometimes you'll have an emotion and you'll be reactive to something and you won't know why.
Right.
You're like, why am I doing it? It stems from somewhere, but until you find where it comes from, it's like, how do I fix this in myself? You know? So
it can be really hard sometimes to like understand yourself or even like be aware.
Yeah.
And like you think you're aware, and then there's like the next level of awareness and the next level.
And
you're like,
ends.
oh, I think I know who I am. I think I have my career plan and trajectory figured out. And like it just keeps pivoting.
Especially in my case.
Yeah. Which is so inspiring too, because like
Really?
I get so scared to like start over or like do something new, because I'm like, what if I won't make rent, or like what if I won't be able to do all the things anymore? And it's like, well, like I'm miserable in this way, but like I'm too scared to take a leap and like try a new avenue, because like there's no like backboard to fall on, or like I don't have like anyone to like send me, like my mom's not gonna be like pay my rent or something. And like I know a lot of people my age, like their parents will still like help them out and stuff. And like, which I'm not saying I'm special that like I have to pay my own bills, like whatever, we all do. But like when you're like in that like mentality of like, okay, like I rely on me, it's all me, like it's so scary to like take a new jump to do something new, or like it's scary to like follow your passions or follow your dreams and like figure out how to like narrow down in your concentration of what you're doing with your time. Because like a lot of us can spend all of our time doing everything but the thing we want to do, right? You come up with so many excuses of like, oh, like I have to do all these things. I have to run all these errands. I have to go do this, or I have to be this person. And it's like, well, you're telling me you want to do this, this, and that, but you never spend any time doing those. So it's like you can procrastinate and become avoidant and like spend all this time dwelling on stuff you don't like and completely miss doing the things you do like. And like I think that in itself is way too easy to do. And like I catch myself doing that all the time. But that's completely separate from doing the things you have to do so you can do the things you want to do. But I'll take excuses and be like, oh, well, like I have to do this. Even maybe it's not like the biggest priority and I could totally have gone to skate instead of like running these like 10 errands. And like I'll make that overlap excuse because I'm like afraid to go to things I want to do. And it's like that weird self-doubt that you still have to break through.
Yeah. I'll do random things like that still too. Like I wanted to get into like this like rhythm of like going and working out. And I got a regular gym membership because I used to just go and do my thing.
Yeah.
And the other day it actually happened. So I was like, my cat had thrown up on the carpet.
No.
And I was like, you spray it, whatever, you clean it. And then I was looking at the spot and I was like, I should vacuum. So then instead of like going to like the time that I want, I was like, oh, I'll go an hour later. It's fine. So I started vacuuming and I was like, oh, let's get into the time where I said I was going to go. And then I looked around and I was like, I haven't cleaned the counters in a while. I should do it when I'm inspired to do it. So then I started doing that. And I was like, oh, I think I'm going to move the cat tree on this side of the room. And then I started, I was like, you know what? I'm subconsciously sabotaging myself because I wanted to go and do something that would be good for me. But it's easier to just be home and just do these things. And, I'm being productive.
Things I know how to do.
Yeah.
Instead of doing the work on like the big scary things, right?
Yeah. Well, just setting myself in a routine.
Yeah.
Like
routines can be hard to establish.
Yeah, but you have to it's discipline.
Yeah, it's the only way
discipline is like one of the biggest forms of self-love. And
I've never heard that. I like that. Because
you're making a promise to yourself. Like if you break the promises to yourself, you lack trust with yourself.
Whoa.
Which is why I was like, so I was trying to do
I like that.
I was like, well, I sabotaged myself instead of trusting myself to be like, okay, are we going to do this today? Yes, we are. And then the shadow aspect of it was like, see, you can do it anytime. You're like the little like devil in the shoulder was
yes.
It was like, we trust ourselves. We're creating self-love and we're going to be disciplined. We're going to do what we said we're going to do. And I was like, yes, I set an alarm. And then the shadow was like, look at that spot. You cleaned it, but now you need a vacuum. And then I listened to it.
So I do that too. I'll like clean the whole house just to like avoid doing stuff.
Yes, that's exactly why I was doing it.
Yeah, and then I had this therapist once tell me like, so like instead of like, cause like, like you can start cleaning and like hours go by and you're like, oops, the sun went down. And it's like, okay, how is this actually going to impact my quality of life? Like, is this really that important to my life? Like, is my life going to be negatively impacted if I don't vacuum this rug right now?
Right.
Like, is my quality of life going to be impacted negatively if I don't like wipe down the tub in the sink?
Right.
Like, no, go outside and go do the things you're going to go do.
Yes.
Which is like, I literally have to frame it like a life or death thing to myself on like, do I need to do this right now? Or else I will just keep cleaning and doing stuff and like avoiding and like organizing and like, it's so ridiculous. And like, really, dude? Like, why don't you just go do the things you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. Like, so I still get nervous to go to the skate park on my own because I am still like, it's like so embarrassing to say it, but like, I still get like really intimidated or nervous to like go to the skate park alone because like, I don't feel like I belong still, or like, I still don't feel like I'm like good enough. And it sounds so dumb saying out loud.
You should take those.
It's not very inspiring to hear.
Throw them. No, it's fine, but it's as real. Like as a professional,
no,
she still. Okay, you're gonna say on
I'm
camera.
Flo. No way, I can't. I'm not.
You're gonna say
I
on
don't
camera.
have my name on a board.
Oh, that's the next step. You're like,
But
I'm a
that's, like,
professional because
that's
this
what
is
it means to be
your
pro.
next step is that.
I hope
That's the
to
next
one
step
day.
of your.
I really hope to, but it's not up to me.
It is up to you.
I mean, yeah, in some ways, but not always.
It is
Some
totally
ways,
up to you. If you're determined to do
keep
something,
skating, but
it will happen.
True. Yeah.
But if you have those self-doubt is what's going to keep you from it though. That's the
100%.
thing.
Yeah.
So
And why is it so much more comfortable like sit and be like close besties with your self-doubt cuz it's comforting, it's always there instead of like going out there, getting it done and like taking those scary leaps,
But they do say that the best things always happen outside of your comfort zone, but there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
Because you're not being held back by old you.
Right.
That's old you. So whenever you feel like, no, I can't do it. Like when your body starts feeling like this, it's old you. That's like the crabs in the bucket. That you know how they pull each other down. Like one is going to escape and they're like, no.
You're like trying to like tread water and someone just like puts a weight on your ankle and
Yeah.
like sinks you down. And you're like, okay.
And it's yourself. Isn't that the craziest thing?
Yeah.
Is your own self. But it's, again, we have to take that person, the old us, with love and be like, okay, no, thank you.
Yeah. This reminds me of two quotes that I like tell myself, or like affirmations, I guess I would say. Become comfortable with the uncomfortable. And then I literally have this written out on a post-it note because like some like dad at a coffee shop like told it to me and I like taped it to my mirror. So every day I see, like when I look in the mirror, it says, what would a mediocre guy in your position to do?
What a what?
What would a mediocre guy in your position do? Get in the driver's seat. Like do it. Like, oh, like you think you're not qualified? Like, what would like some guy with like 10 less skills do?
Chad.
Like some Chad would like totally apply for the job and get it and like fib his way through. Like, you're actually really qualified. Like, don't downplay yourself and like talk yourself out of the abilities. Like, go advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
So like get in the driver's seat. Like, don't just like sit there and be like comfortable and self-doubt like in the same routine of doing nothing just because it's like familiar and comfortable and safe. Like go do the uncomfortable, scary thing.
Yeah. And it's okay if you go and do it and you fail.
Yeah.
Like you didn't die. You're okay. Like you're still like the feelings are uncomfortable and you don't like how it feels, but the strongest and most admirable thing you can do for yourself is to try again or try somewhere else or but not just give up like, oh, well, I can't do it. I'm just not going to do it. Like, see, this is why I shouldn't have done it. Like you got to get out of that whole mentality because then that's how you're going to live your life. And that's not fun. Like that's not going to grow. You're not going to grow that way. But
100%.
Anywho, do you have any advice for someone who might be in that mindset?
Get in the driver's seat.
But how do they get there?
Okay. So sometimes when I don't have the discipline or like self-confidence to like achieve a goal, tell people about it. Tell 5 friends that can be your accountability buddies. Tell 5 people like, hey, like I'm going to learn this trick by Wednesday or like I'm going to paint the wall blue by Thursday or whatever your goal is or like I'm going to get a new job by this month. Like tell 5 friends and tell them to keep you accountable about it and like keep talking about it because the more you talk about it, the more comfortable you get hearing it.
Yeah. And
the less like crazy of an idea or it is and the more doable it is because you're already familiar saying the words, right? Like, I know my mom would always tell me like, be careful what you say because once you speak it into the universe, it becomes part of your reality because like the brain hears it and believes it.
That's totally true. Yeah.
Right. So whatever you set your intentions to be, like be very like intentional and like specific and like have that drive and like put your like thinking goggles on and be like, okay, we're doing this shit. So like, yeah, like develop a network or community of friends that like, also, yeah, okay. So yeah, develop your friends and like network and community that can like uplift you and like help you advocate for yourself and like keep you on track and like check in with your goals.
Yeah.
But most importantly, the 5 people you keep closest to you will be a reflection of yourself.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear that until I was like 21, 22. And it is so important. Like the 5 people you have closest, like do you like the traits of those people? The 5 people you're spending the most time with are exactly how you're going to be. You're going to be having so many mirror personalities and like habits of them. Like, look at them and be like, do I want to be like those people? Like, are those people inspiring me? Are they living the life I want to live? Are they doing what they want to do with their time that I want to do? If not, it's time to change up who you're hanging out with. And that can be really hard because like it's really scary when you outgrow a friendship. And it's like, doesn't mean you can't be friends with them. It doesn't mean you're looking down on them. It just means like you need to do you and you need to take a pivot and like go spend more time with someone doing what you want to do or doing something that inspires you. And whether that's like sending a scary email asking to be someone's apprentice or like asking if you can volunteer or do something that can like help you get in the right circles or like be in the right group of people to like help you take those next steps, or like applying for a mentorship program. And it's terrifying to make change, but that's when you know it's the right thing. Like, yeah, be comfortable in the uncomfortable. The 5 people closest to you are going to be a reflection of yourself, so be careful. Get in the driver's seat. And you've never heard a crackhead say they can't find crack. So, no excuses. Just get it done.
People are going to be saying that all over.
No. How did you think this was going to go? Like, what did you think we were going to talk about?
I don't know.
I didn't know either.
But that's the great part of it. Yeah. Like, I never, like, every time I ask someone, I think you were the only one, actually, that was like, oh, what questions are you going to ask? What should I prepare for? I was like, don't you dare prepare for anything. Then it's not authentic. Then it's not be you. Yeah. Then it's not, it's just the whole little fake podcast things that you see all over the place. Like, I don't want to be like any other thing. I want it to be like I want it as real and as raw and as like authentic as possible. So I'm glad that you didn't ask what should I prepare for.
Well, my friends were asking me. I was like, yeah, I'm doing this podcast tomorrow. They're like, are you excited? And I was like, well, yeah, I've never done one before. And they're like, so what are you gonna talk about? I'm like, oh, I don't know. She didn't like send me anything. I'm just gonna do it. Like, and they were like, okay, well, like whatever is on the internet's on the internet forever. So like,
yeah, true. But we only put positivity out there and realness. I mean, if there are probably some things that I've said that people do not agree with and don't like, but
you can't
please
everyone.
Yeah, but this is who I am, and then they're not my audience. So then they either don't follow or they click off, and that's totally fine.
That's why there's 31 flavors of ice cream.
Isn't there more now?
There probably are, but like, you know, the Baskin Robbins 31.
Oh.
Back in the day of another one of my mother's sayings.
Oh, she has some good sayings.
Yeah, they make sense to me, but like when I say them to people, they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know, my mom used to say that.
Yeah. Oh, I love that though.
Oh, wait, what are some good books for like self-care or self-help you've been
Oh my God, I have so many.
Really?
I have a big old stack. Ooh. Yes.
I'll have to get some recommendations because I finished The Let Them Theory by Mel.
Oh, that's a good one, Robin.
So good.
Yes.
So good.
I love. Yes.
I like stopped letting some people like heavily disrespect me when I was like listening to that book.
Good.
Yeah. Also helped me through a really intense breakup. So I love that book.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love. So when I started doing the self-help, like learning about myself and whatnot, I started with Joe Dispenza. He's a neuroscientist. And he talks about the programming and unprogramming. And so that's how I've like discovered like, oh, that's where this comes from. That's where this comes from. And then just me working through my unprogramming. And of course it takes some time,
Totally.
you know, because I'm still working through things. But he's one of my favorites. And then I have, who else do I have? I have Lewis Howes' new book. Anyway, I'll show you. I'll give you a whole bunch of stuff later. But yes, do you know how I end the show?
I don't.
What?
Do I say be you?
Yeah. So everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember, if we and I vibe with you and you are just like, yes, these are my people, please subscribe. It does help the channel grow and expand to more like-minded people. So do that. Also, please like the video if you liked it, and then comment. I want to hear people's like thoughts and like what they resonated with and whatnot. Like people like will tell me in person like, oh my God, this episode, or I just watched this, but tell me on the thing. So then other people are like get inspired to like, you know, like the first person that like does something and then a bunch of people do it, but you don't never want to be like the first person, you know? So be the first person. Take the first step. Get in the driver's seat. But anyway. It's my ad lib. But yes, please do so. And always remember to be who?
You.
Be you.
Be you.
Almost. You had half. You had half.
Be you.
Yes. All right, guys.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for sharing all of that. You are very inspirational. And by the next season, when I have her back, she's going to be like, she can take pride in all her stuff. She's like, yes, I did this, and I did this, and I did this, and these are the things I'm going to do. Watch. You'll see the difference.
Well, you inspire me. So thank you for inspiring me and hitting me up to do this and always reminding me to, like, be my best self and, like, push and, like, unapologetically be myself and, like, take those scary steps and do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay. Well, thank you. Thank you for that and sharing that. And see everybody soon. I used to say next week, but sometimes life will get crazy and then I'll put out an episode in like 2 weeks. So I'll see you the next time. Woo! Bye.